Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Saturday morning, ready to go. I've actually just got a ton of housework to do, so thought I'd make a video though. So do you know who this guy is? Do you? I'll tell you who this guy is. This guy's Eric July. Eric July, young ripper, who's released his own comic. It's doing pretty well. $3.375 million raised so far with 48 days to go of the campaign. If you haven't bought something, I thoroughly advise you to do so, because trust me, this is a little bit of history happening. History that has made writers of mainstream comics, artists, inkers go crazy online. This must be a scam. He's buying his own shit. They just can't understand how an independent creator can come in with his own everything done by himself. He's not doing Indiegogo. He's not doing Kickstarter. He's not doing GoFundMe. He's not going stick your finger up your bum. He's doing it all himself, created his own back end, created his own system of purchase. They can't understand it. He's made himself a lot of money, and he's made himself a lot of money because he had a plan, because he had an audience that liked him and respected him, and he saw a gap in the marketplace, a absolutely huge gap in the marketplace. And I wanted to show you this first before I showed you this second. This is Harley Quinn 18, number 18. Harley Quinn, who's had her series rebooted at least 4 times that I can remember in the last 20 years. 20 or so years. At least. Harley Quinn, who I gotta be completely honest with you, I loved when she burst onto the scene. In the Batman animated series, she was awesome. Awesome. And then the popularity of her was so high that during the No Man's Land storyline in Batman, they actually brought Harley Quinn into the current continuity. That's how popular she was. And then, people got hold of her and they tried to make her something that she wasn't. They tried to make her something which was against her popularity. She was popular because she was the broken Joker's mole. That's why. This crazy, insane woman who the Joker had broken, who stayed with him through the abuse. She knew what he was doing. But she was loyal and faithful to him to the nth degree. But that wasn't what they wanted her to be, which was what made her so popular and so interesting. They wanted her to be something else, and I gotta say that Harley Quinn in current day is probably one of the shittest, most obnoxious piece of shit characters, which, let's just be honest, there's plenty, absolutely plenty, because the people that write her, it's just crap. I'm not beating around the bush with this stuff. I've actually read a few pages of this Harley Quinn 18. It's crap. If I was an editor and I had that put on my desk, I'd fucking throw it back at them and say, Jesus Christ. This isn't for 4-year-olds. But here she is in this image with Luke Fox. And Luke, who I don't know if he's dating her, but he's putting his hand around her. He's committing assault. Sexual assault. I guess Harley Quinn's okay with that. But he's got a plan. He wants to blow her up into space. And every week in August, there's going to be an episode of Harley Quinn. I can't wait not to buy it. You couldn't even give it to me for free. Instead of a letterbox, I've got one of those shredders. So you try and put any shit through my letterbox. Oh dear. Now let's just see what Luke has got to say. If you'll follow me, I will explain everything. I bought this house in an attempt to rethink my own legacy. You ain't really got one, Luke. I spent years trying to follow in the shadows of someone else's vision, wearing a costume to fight a war that wasn't mine. Okay. See, you can shoot Joker in the face, but it's much harder to shoot issues like homophobia and systemic racism. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That's exactly what was written here. See, you can shoot Joker in the face, but it's much harder to shoot issues like homophobia or systemic racism. Jesus Christ. There's a guy here called Eric July who's making a lot of money right now. And the mainstream industry can't understand why. It's a scam. Oh, we've done that bit in the video, haven't we? Yes, we have. This is another, to add on to the multiple reasons why people are coming to this campaign, this is another one. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your mainstream comics. And as I said, I've read multiple pages of this. And this character now of Harley Quinn is just this pathetic oopsie doopsies. Fourth wally here or there. Ooh, I did a clowny thing. Ooh, this isn't going to hold me. It's going to rip. Oh my God. See, it's crap. Utter crap. And DC, if you're not aware, folks, have had the comics removed from their name. Now, DC in itself means Detective Comics. So theoretically, it was Detective Comics. But that DC of Detective Comics had kind of molded itself into just DC. And so you had DC Comics. Because it wasn't just Detective Comics, it was all of the comics. But with them pulling that down, pulling that comics element down, so you no longer have, technically, you no longer have DC Comics, you just have DC. This brand which comes out with Fandom once a year. I don't know if there's going to be a Fandom this year, but judging by the last 2 years, it's the most pathetic, pandering piece of crap attempt at marketing that you've ever seen. And if you were ever interested in DC, you just have to watch DC Fandom to never be interested in it again. It's anti-marketing. It puts you off. Oh, and here's another franchise that we're going to fuck up with modern day sensibilities, hire all the wrong people for the jobs who will go onto Twitter and say how much they hate everything and their customers. Are you interested yet? No. Not really, no. Hey, do you fancy an exciting comic where you got heroes versus villains? Well, tough. You can have Luke Fox lecture about homophobia and systemic racism. Fuck my ass, mouth, and tits. It's absolutely pathetic. And we all know how much DC have been pushing Harley Quinn. with the Suicide Squad movies and the Birds of Prey. Margot Robbie taking on the role. This is a character they want to push to the moon. It's just so disappointing that the person pushing... Well, I'm going to be generous and just say, fucking shit. Everything about the character is gone. Everything about comics is gone. Everything about entertainment is gone. Everything about heroicism is gone. Do you not understand yet? This is why this man is making so much money. Because do you want to have something which looks like this? Or do you want to have... See, you can shoot the Joker in the face, but it's much harder to shoot issues like homophobia and systemic racism. I wish this was hydrochloric acid. The comics has gone from DC. Hopefully, the physical comics will be gone from DC very soon. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.